Happy Fake Patty's Day Party. Right.
We're kind of matching.
Oh my gosh, twins.
Wait, tip that hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you play some Irish music?
Yeah. Can you do an Irish drink too? Do you want to, like,
Yeah.
real Irish?
Let's see it.
I'll finish right here.
Just
I didn't even Irish drink. Wait, guys, I forgot Irish drink. Do you guys know how to Irish drink?
insert a clip here.
Oh, it looks better on camera.
It does. Okay, maybe it's the lighting too, to be fair.
Swamp water.
Okay, right.
Oh, what's it got? Yeah. Cat.
Goat.
We're in here.
I'm taking a picture of that.
Good morning.
Guess what we're doing today?
I'm dyeing my hair. I'm dyeing it purple. I have not had my hair purple technically ever. The first time I dyed my hair when I was 16, so about 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I did dye my hair purple, but you couldn't really tell. I have a feeling you're not gonna be able to tell that much. I just want a little something. I'm looking rough, whatever. I'm about to dye my hair. I'm excited. The reason I'm dyeing it purple, I usually did red, and then I told myself I'm not going to dye my hair until it's fully grown back, but I got bored, and I saw a video of someone getting their hair dyed purple, so I was like, wait, I want purple hair. So, let's get started. So, I only have this clip to part my hair. That's fine. There's a trash bag right here because if I get hair dye on my parents' sink, they would kill me. But no, I can't see anything. I don't got my glasses on. I can't see anything. I know these directions well enough. You shake the stuff and then you put it in your hair, let it sit for like 45 minutes. That's Spanish. I don't know Spanish. Twist it. How long? Leave on for 30 minutes, which means I'll probably leave it on for 40 because I can. Okay. Actually, wait, should I mix it and then I'll part my hair. I don't know how I should do this, guys. Should I do under and then, should I part it in 3 ways? I don't think I usually part my hair anyways. I'm doing it fancy way just for y'all. And I think I have to put all of this in here. And I think this too. Hold on. Maybe I should actually do the directions. That's Spanish. Put B and A. And also put C and A. And then shake. Okay. And I never do test strips. It's always like, oh, do a test strip. But like, no. I always use this brand anyways. What the hell? Hold on. There was a ring around there for a reason. Got it. Delicious. Then I'll put C in here. I hate this container. Guys, I really like this song. It's by a Swedish band, I believe. Hobo Humpin' Slow Mo Babe. I think I'm so butchering that. I can't read right now. Jeez. Like, who designed this? I'm getting irritated. I got it. This is a very annoying container. But then put C into here. Yes. Genuinely, whoever designed this should be fired. Now shake. I think my nails are gonna stab through these gloves, but we'll see. Okay, I just got done with my first bottle. Now I gotta mix up the second bottle. It's going good so far. I'm gonna also change gloves to make it easier. The dye is a lot more red than I was expecting. And also, so sorry, Mom and Dad. A drip did get on the shower rug. I tried to scrape it off, but unfortunately, it's okay. This is an old rug anyways. Let me mix this and then let's get back to dyeing. I did make a mess on myself. Now I have to clean this up and wait 40 minutes and then go wash my hair. It is a lot less purple than advertised, but it's okay. I still like the color. You can't tell, can you? Guys, like, ignore that. You can't tell. You literally cannot tell. It's better in person. Please, please, please. Ooh, y'all don't need to be that close. Y'all don't need to be that close. Yeah. Is that the Rock, bruh? Happy Pit Thursday. Debrief tomorrow. Wow, that episode, there's so much to go over. I genuinely don't think there was a single happy moment. But I need to remind myself that some people don't think. Because, I love to do my little Twitter scroll after the episode to see everybody else's thoughts. And somebody is like, oh, that episode was incredibly disappointing. Which, yes, you have the right to not like an episode. Oh, so sorry. But I think that episode was one of the best in the seasons. And people in the comments somewhere agreeing, and then but half of them were like, what are you talking about? Because genuinely, what was that person talking about? And I think the only reason that some people might have found that episode disappointing is because it didn't focus on their little ships. And trust me, I had nothing against ships. I love little ship here and there. Actually, I love shipping. But some things aren't all about ships, especially with the pit. And if you're watching the pit, you have to understand that. I'm gonna take a breather. But the pit debrief is going to be so insanely, I don't know if there's going to be much substance to it because I don't know the words to describe that episode and the preview for next episode. So, but see you at my kitchen table. Before I get into the pit debrief, I might be a little snotty because I just finished Sing Sing again. Oh my gosh. Also, this is not the kitchen, if you could not tell. If y'all have not watched Sing Sing, please watch it and also have tissues. That movie is so beautiful, and it was robbed at the Oscars last year because it came out in 2024. robbed at the Oscars. Coleman Domingo was robbed of his Oscar for Best Actor. And instead it went to that freak who gave that ridiculously long speech that... I'm getting angry. Anyways, the Pit episode last night was the best of this season so far. And I think it's only going to get better. Actually, worse, but better. I don't think there's any more happy moments for the rest of the season. I'm going to be so honest. Last night's episode, wow. The biggest storyline, and I knew the storyline was coming, but we had an Ice storyline where Ice had detained a woman, and because they are the way they are, the woman ended up getting hurt. Her shoulder, I believe her rotator cuff was torn. And something that they did in the pit, which they would never do in real life, is they brought her into the hospital. And as they were trying to treat her, the agents were just causing disruptions and making people scared. Many, like dozens of patients left the waiting room. Nurses went home early. And people were terrified because that's all they do. They cause mayhem. And as, you know, they were trying to treat the patient, like Ice wouldn't let anyone be contacted for her to let her know what's going on. And as they were about to like treat her, put on a sling, and things started to escalate. Nurse Jesse was trying to put a sling on her. Well, he didn't even get to that yet. And just as Ice was escalating the situation, they detained Jesse for quite literally no reason. I don't think we'll see Jesse for the rest of the season because I think it was McKay and Robbie were talking about it. They were trying to get the hospital's lawyers involved, but the lawyers are tied up with the cyber attack stuff. And they don't even know where the nearest detention center is. And they don't know. And I doubt he'll be back. So that was one thing that happened. And then Mel's back from her deposition. Well, she came back last episode, but like all the Becca stuff wrapped up. And she's kind of coming to this realization that her whole life has revolved around her sister. And, you know, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have any close relationships. And now that Becca has a boyfriend, she's being like blown off by her sister because they watch fireworks every year. And then Becca was like, oh, I'm watching it with Adam and his parents. And then like, so now Mel is just alone. And like, this threw her off again. You know, the deposition was already hard enough and then everything going on with her sister. So she goes to take a break and then her and Dana talk. And Dana's like, this is like, it's not about you, and people online are fighting about that, but I honestly, it's tough, but like, at this point in time, you are working in the ER, it is not about you. You have to get back to work. You know, they're in a hospital. Langdon and Santos were talking. Well, not really talking, they were arguing a little bit because Langdon went to go apologize to Santos about, you know, being the way he was last season and yelling at her and stuff. And I honestly, those two, I don't hate either of them. I don't hate anyone in the pit, but those two are twins, and they don't see it, and that's why they don't get along. I'm curious to how their story resolves. I don't know if it will. Maybe they'll continue beefing. I don't know. But while they were having that conversation, Ahashimi, she was listening in on it. And apparently not everybody knows that Langdon was stealing drugs from the hospital. They just know, you know, he had an addiction and he went to rehab. But now, I don't know if she's gonna, like, confront him or report him. I don't know. I don't know if she would do that. We'll see. Ooh. So, we had a kid that was brought in, heat stroke, and the mom... She tried to walk out into traffic, was put in psych hold, and then as Ahashimi and Robbie were talking to her in the, I don't know what that room is called, but the behavioral room, talking to her, and then Ahashimi's asking her questions and goes, have you ever thought of harming yourself? And then it's focused on Robbie's face. Okay. Yeah, they're just screaming in our face right now that, like, he's gonna kill himself. He's gonna kill himself. Okay. So I'm so nervous for the end of the season. And, like, his friend Duke, he's in the hospital. He came in last episode. And, you know, it's kind of clear that, like, Robbie wants to make sure his friend is okay medically before, you know, he leaves. And I think Duke knows something is up. So, I don't know. Loki, if he's put into a hold, I think that's for the best. We'll see. So, Ogilvy and Mohan's patient is now in surgery. The one he was reading a book, which I didn't say anything about this. Because they missed something with his aorta. And, like, obviously, Mohan did mess up. She did. Because she didn't make sure that the med student was correct and everything was clear. But Robbie not yelled at her again, kind of yelling at her again. But he told Ogilvy he did nothing wrong and then went to go yell at Mohan. And I understand that, like, yes, she is the senior resident, he's the student, but Robbie should have made it clear in a constructive way that this was a mistake. Both of them are to fault. You cannot say that, like, even you're a student, this isn't your fault. You should, I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. Anyways, and at the end of the episode, I'm actually so nervous for next week's episode because the episode ended on a cliffhanger again, and this is, like, the most serious cliffhanger. Emma went to go, I don't know, observe. I don't know what she was doing in the room by herself. But a patient got brought in early in the episode. He was sedated because he was being combative. He was drunk. And, like, he wakes up from the sedation while just Emma is in there and puts her in a headlock. And then the episode ends. Okay. So then that's obviously where the episode picks back up. And Dana's crying in the preview. Everybody's running. It's a disaster again. And I'm just like, next week episode it's going to be rough. Like, I think we have 4 more episodes. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't want it to end. Nervous. Anyways, I love the pit. Ignore that. I did that so many years ago and it's so ugly. I'm so sorry. It's just paint. Anyways, guess what I just got? Some more DVDs. And I just got a whole bunch from my parents. So, DVD haul. I'm going to start with the 2 that I can't watch because I don't have a Blu-ray player. But the Gremlins and Goonies movies, and then Moana. Maybe I'll get a Blu-ray player one day. And then there's also Avatar, which I think this has it's Blu-ray and DVD, so I think this should be okay. But I gotta check that. I'm probably gonna get rid of this one, American Sniper. Never gonna watch it probably ever. And then Stargate season 10. I don't know what Stargate is. I don't think I should start at season 10. Do y'all hear that dog? Oh my gosh. And then we have Independence Day, A Bug's Life. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch this, but I'll take it. Like, and then Men in Black. Yeah, classic. I love that movie. Labyrinth. Okay. G.I. Joe. High School Musical 2. And the first High School Musical. I don't know how usable these DVDs are, but Snow White. There's again 2 in here. I don't know what that's about. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, which I don't know when we got this or why, because when did this movie come out? I don't remember getting that. And then The Lost Boys, which I'm super excited. I've never watched this, despite my mom being obsessed with vampires, and she like literally gasped so loud when I was like, yeah, I've never watched that, but that's on her. And then Cheyenne just dropped off a whole bunch of DVDs. Did I show y'all Wizard of Oz? I think I already have this one. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I already have Wizard of Oz. But I do have a few doubles. Cheyenne got me Step Up. Yes. 2 Channing Tatum movies. Okay. Miss Congeniality and Miss Congeniality 2. I think I already have these two, but I love these movies, so yeah. And then Juno, which I do already have this. I still haven't watched. Maybe this is a sign. Wolf of Wall Street, which just cracked me up. Maybe I'll watch it since I own it now. Never watched it, never wanted to. I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. Valentine's Day. I'm excited for this one. This movie, not good, but it's so fun. There's a million actors in it. Aquamarine. I love this movie so much. Bridesmaids, another great movie. Pan's Labyrinth. I'm excited. I've never watched this, but I want to. Guillermo del Toro, correct? Correct? Yes. Made in Manhattan, when Jennifer Lopez actually had some talent. Chicago. This is my 3rd copy. But I like the movie, so I'm glad everybody is like, oh my gosh, keep going like that. So, because I do. Mamma Mia. This is my 2nd one, but I love Mamma Mia. So, Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. Yes, classic heist movie. George Clooney and Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I don't know if she's in this one. She's not. And then Julia Roberts is in both of them. Last but certainly not least, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This one's good. I don't like Brad Pitt, but I just got 3 of his movies. I don't like Brad Pitt. Nobody should like Brad Pitt. Screw Brad Pitt. Don't. I gotta quit. Anyways, I love all my movies. I'm excited. They're not coming back to my apartment with me because I don't have space for them. And I'll be out of that apartment in 2 months. I'm about to go to another Patty's Day party. Yeah. But first, I got the best pizza in town. This is my one request when I come home. This pizza. It's so good. I love this pizza.
Thank you, Keegan. Yeah, you got it, Wayne. You got it.
The remote is broken.